Welcome back to Second Life Retro and welcome to the very first episode of Obsolete Tech, the show where we dust off the gadgets from yesteryear and explore why they were once cutting edge and why they didn't stand the test of time. Today we're diving into one of the quirkiest formats of the 2000s, the Universal Media Disc, or UMDs. These little guys. UMDs were introduced in 2004 as the proprietary media format for PlayStation Portable, or the PSP. These 60mm optical discs could hold up to 1.8 gigabytes of data. They were designed to hold games, movies, or even music. Essentially, PlayStation wanted the PSP to be the all-in entertainment system. At launch, UMDs had a few things going for them. You could play blockbuster games like Gods of War, Chains of Olympus, but then go and switch over to watch Spider-Man 2. For 2004, that was a pretty big deal. Plus, the compact design means you carry a stack of these in your pocket. And let's not forget this futuristic vibe of this disc inside this plastic shell that you can just pop in your pocket and then whip it out and then pop it in your device. It's pretty cool. Now, UMDs aren't the most valuable thing in my collection. In fact, I picked up this stack here for £2. It says £3 on it, but the guy just wanted to get rid of it, so he gave it to me for £2. But I've had this for quite a while and I've never opened it, so I thought now would be a really good opportunity. So I knew it had 7 on one side and Spider-Man 2 on the other, so I flipped it over so we can have a look and surprise together, or get surprised together. You'll see. So 7, Spider-Man 2. This took me a very long time to work out what it is, and I've just given away one at the back, I've just realised. If you know, put it in the comments below, but I couldn't work it out from the actual thing itself, or I think I did in the end. Then we move on to American History X. Very, very good film. Tough subject, but it's a very good film. Reservoir Dogs, probably one of my favourite of all time. Little Britain, pretty questionable one in the UK. Some people loved it, some people hated it. And for £2, I think that's probably pretty good, isn't it? Now, unfortunately, for all their novelty, UMDs did have some serious flaws. For starters, they were fragile. This plastic casing wasn't just for show, it was necessary to protect the disc. If you dropped this bad boy without this plastic case on it, you'd probably scratch it. Then there was the issue with the noise. The PSP's drive sounded like this tiny little jet engine spinning up, getting ready to take off. Which wasn't ideal really for the quiet environments you're probably using this thing on buses, trains, planes, or in your living room whilst your mum's watching TV. And don't forget the battery. Using UMDs used a lot of battery. Sometimes you wouldn't even get to the end of the movie. Finally, UMDs were overpriced and they had a locked compatibility. You couldn't just pop one of these into a DVD player. So if you wanted to watch that same movie at home, you'd have to have it twice. Now, before you say it, yes, there was a cable to connect your PSP to a TV, but most people already had a DVD player, and most people by this point potentially had started or had a DVD collection. So to start again felt mental. And don't forget the rise of digital downloads. Movies in particular were on the rise on portable devices for downloads, and UMDs very quickly became obsolete. While UMDs have become a relic of the past, they still have a special place in the PSP fans' hearts. Some of them. Some people just hate them and always did hate them. But they certainly were a symbol of Sony's ambition to continue pushing new technologies. And hey, they're still a fun thing to collect today. I'm sure there's loads of people doing it. So did Sony push too far when they created the UMDs, or did they actually create something that's super cool that a lot of people remember? Let us know in the comments below, were you a big fan of UMDs and are you still a fan today? And that brings us to the end of the very first episode of Obsolete Tech. If you are a fan of tech and retro things, me and Rob make a lot of videos on this channel all about retro things. So if you're into reminiscing and looking at old junk, you've found your people. Feel free to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, and ring that bell as well so you get that little reminder, so you really don't miss the next episode. So I suppose I should go and find some other obsolete tech, maybe something else enclosed in plastic.